It's awesome. Unbelievable today, this move to Grand Island. Everybody's excited. It's great for the State Fair, and we're also embarking on a new venture for the University of Nebraska, the Innovation Campus. This is an exciting day for Grand Island and an extraordinary day for the University of Nebraska and the state of Nebraska.
This will make it official.
Fair is moving.
In the governor's pen on April 18, 2008, rewrote a century of history, moving the Nebraska State Fair from Lincoln to Grand Island.
They've got a can-do attitude. They want the State Fair. You've got a history of success with Husker Harvest Days.
The success of Husker Harvest Days, the world's largest working irrigated farm show, is what prompted then State Senator Ray Aguilar to first suggest the fair should move back in 2001. But the idea went nowhere. Instead, a few years later, voters approved lottery funds to beef up State Fair Park in Lincoln. But midway through the first decade of the new century, consultants said the State Fair needed a major overhaul to survive. Then in 2007, the landlocked neighbors at the University of Nebraska announced plans for a so-called Innovation Campus, a place to do research and development. The ideal site? State Fair Park.
That the highest and best use of State Fair Park would be for research.
Lawmakers held their first hearing on the subject in late 2007. Kearney leaders expressed support to keep the fair in Lincoln, while Grand Island impressed senators with a strong proposal to build at Bonner Park.
I think that we have a very, very viable alternative to the other alternatives that are out there.
3 months later, by March 2008, lawmakers brokered a deal allowing the university to expand and Grand Island to host the fair.
This process was about everybody being a part of the solution. That going to Grand Island allows them to focus specifically on the State Fair as an event.
The governor signed the move into law in April 2008. The university agreed to contribute more than $20 million to the deal, while the community was responsible for $8.5 million. The fair board and state put up the rest of the money, $42 million in all. Months later, construction plans were unveiled for a massive new livestock complex.
I think it'll be a centerpiece in success builds success. We all know that.
Grand Island implemented a food tax to cover its cost while also raising funds from donors.
I'm not going to say that we wasn't done without some gnashing of teeth and pulling of hair.
The fair battled lawsuits, later dismissed by the state's high court, where justices ruled lawmakers acted fairly in their decision. Finally, in July 2009, just a year before Grand Island's first fair, leaders broke ground.
It's an honor to be in the meeting of this remarkable can-do town.
2009 also marked the final state fair in Lincoln.
Doesn't matter which card, any card is fine.
Attendance rose, with many coming one last time to State Fair Park.
There's a lot more stuff here than I thought there was.
At Bonner Park, the new facilities quickly took shape thanks to steel structures built by Grand Island's own Chief Buildings.
It's a pretty ambitious schedule to get everything ready by August of next year, but the way things are moving along, we're pretty optimistic they'll get it done.
Construction continued through the snowiest winter in a decade, with numerous contractors on site. Behind the scenes, community leaders assembled what they called the Can-Do Committee, responsible for ensuring Grand Island was ready.
We know that all eyes of the state are on Grand Island, and people are wanting to know if we're going to be ready for this. I think there's people who are doubting that we can be ready for this.
Oh, it's just magnificent.
Jaws dropped when State Fair board members got a sneak peek at how far they'd come in just 1 year's time.
Unbelievable.
Construction continued 7 days a week right up until the end, even during the hottest days of the year.
100 degrees out, and it's not exactly comfortable to be outside, so when there's 12 inches of snow on the ground and it's negative 15, it's kind of the same effect.
The unthinkable had happened. What was a dream in 2001 had become reality less than a decade later.
Very humbling. We're extremely proud, and we cannot wait to debut it for the rest of Nebraska.
Everybody's winning here. Remember, we're starting the new state fair with new ideas, new enthusiasm, new excitement, and then Innovation Campus can now proceed forward and develop with research and development and new job opportunities for our young people. So again, I think Lincoln's pleased about that. I know the University of Nebraska is, and the president in particular.
The way I'm remembering it is you were on board with this from the very beginning. Am I getting that right?
We've seen file footage of you.
You've got file footage, I'm sure. where I said, hey, the train had left Lincoln and was headed towards Grand Island.
That's right.
And we needed this. We needed something to modernize the state fair, to reinvigorate it. And look what Grand Island has done. And it's for all of central and western Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm a numbers guy, so I got to see attendance figures to deem this a success. Are you like that?
I don't think that's fair. It's starting anew out here. I don't know what the attendance is going to be, but I know this: we're going to have more people involved because of agriculture, and over time the attendance figures will grow. But I don't know where they're going to be this year. I think we're all excited with the new facilities, and again, all of central Nebraska has embraced this new fair.
Would you say that it's a success simply because we're here today, things are going, and
I think
state fair is open for business?
I think that's true, and the fact we're here doing this live tonight, that makes it a success.
This fair belongs to all the citizens of the state of Nebraska. It's a state fair. But I will have to say is that the city of Grand Island has taken care of everybody's state fair extremely well. And we're very grateful, and it's been part of the whole experience and our success so far.
Absolutely awesome. We were here last weekend just to kind of check out to see where we needed to go for the facilities, and the livestock facilities are absolutely unbelievable. They've got to be second to none in the country. I mean, unbelievable. It's nice having all your livestock pinned together, because in previous years when in 4-H and FFA you walk up and down the hill, you know, you put a lot of miles on during that fair.
So far it's way more organized. The pens, they're much cleaner. They just look clean.
Grand Island's been very good for the state fair. It's no disappointments. The people of Grand Island are wonderful. They really are. It's a great place to be. Replacing Lincoln, Nebraska as the state fair, it was in Lincoln for 108 years. You can't replace it overnight. That was home. One of our units has been there for 58 years. But this is becoming home really rapidly. It's been a real good show. Business has been busy. Typically, weekends are very busy. Weekends get a little slow. We've had some big surprises here. On Tuesday for Senior Day, I'm telling you what, I think the whole city came out. We were pleasantly surprised, everybody.
It's going to be awesome, and I hope people continue to support it, because the layout is just, it's so easy to get around, and it's so accessible for anybody.
Pretty shocked on Tuesday. It was almost overwhelming because we weren't prepared for it. We didn't realize what a great reception we were going to get here in Grand Island.
Yeah, you feel very welcome here, and it's just like it's very livestock oriented or agriculture oriented. Yeah, it's great. My overall opinion is it's awesome, and you need to come, and if you didn't come, it's your own loss, because the facilities out here are great, and it's you know, you travel to go to football games, you travel to go to sporting events. It's not that far out here, and so far the people in Grand Island have been absolutely awesome. I think Lincoln is really going to lose out because they didn't realize what they had, and it's just great atmosphere, and the vendors in the buildings are great. I mean, they have a large, you know, a lot of them in there. I think a lot of them came from Lincoln. And as far as the livestock, I think the livestock numbers are up, because I think they were running out of pins. So, and I would definitely encourage you to come because it's easy access and it's not that far.
I love the fair. There's nothing else like it.